Why does my teenager have to argue with every little thing I say? I could feel the frustration rolling off energetically from this question. So lots of compassion to you. And I'm going to suggest that you start to really reflect upon what it means to be a teenager. A teenager is no longer a child who's clinging to his mother's leg and following, right? The teenager at age 13 is the age of spiritual autonomy. So at 13, the child moves from a pre-adolescent into becoming an adult, becoming a sovereign being, if you will. So every being is equipped with free will choice. Even young children have the freedom to choose their response. They often believe that they have to do what the adult says, and many comply. But some children begin experimenting with their free will choice before they're even teenagers. If they haven't done it earlier, teenagers will begin to drop in to their own personal power. They will begin to feel their own will as separate from the will of their parents. So it's a normal and natural stage for a teenager to start to argue, to start to have their own viewpoint, to start to say, no, I think this, you're not right. It might not always come across as graceful or respectful even, or caring or loving. And just remember that when the teenager is beginning this process of finding their own voice, finding their own power, it might sometimes come out in the form of a struggle, in the form of resistance, maybe even in the form of anger or hostility. This is okay, and know that this has nothing to do with you. You can continue to set healthy boundaries. You can continue to ask for respectful words and respectful behavior. You can continue to dialogue, and I would encourage you to begin to even get curious and ask your teenager, what's going on? What do you think about that? Tell me how you're feeling. If you have a strong boundary, it is helpful for a teenager to say the why of it. Often parents will just be authoritarian and come across in this power over way where it feels real dictatorial. They'll tell their children what to do. If you can tell your child why you need your child to do a certain thing a certain way, that brings you into more equality. You know, this needs to happen this way because blah, blah, blah. Sounds a lot better than do this thing. Okay? So if you can be reasonable and treat your child with respect, speak lovingly, speak kindly, speak with respect. Even if your child isn't behaving in a respectful way toward you, that will go a long way toward modeling respectful behavior, because we are raising adults. We're not raising children, we're raising adults. So everything that we do with our children, and most especially our teenagers, is going to be modeling how to be, how to show up as an adult in the world. So be the kind of person that you most want to be. Resist the urge to argue back. And do whatever you need to do to maintain your inner peace, knowing that it's not about you, that this is a natural phenomena, and you can be at peace even if your teenager is resistant. Many blessings of joy and vibrant freedom.